I've just done one of the biggest research sessions I've done in a long time, to the point where I can't, at the moment, I don't even know how to structure the information to get it out to you. A lot of it will confirm some of the things that you know, whether it's about the AI market, the computer market, our economy, Starmer's strategy, lack of strategy with Russia, all the things that I've been mentioning in recent videos. I've gone and done the research, and I've got the exact facts that not only just back it up, but also expose more of what's really going on behind the background. Where our media has failed, media around the world hasn't. And there is actually a narrative going on in the background we're not aware of, our own media isn't giving us, because we now live in state-controlled media. However, the truth is there if you're prepared to look outside the country and back in the country again. Oh, the truth's there. And it's frightening. It's real. I've been telling you about a digital iron curtain, and I didn't know exactly how accurate I was. We are literally chasing the China model. We probably won't succeed in getting it, but even so, we're chasing the China model. That's the exact phrasing, chasing the China model. Starmer is, how do I put this? He's punching well above his weight, and he's playing a gamble. But the gamble may well work if people don't stand their ground. So certain companies like WhatsApp and other companies have said, if the UK carries on, they're stepping out. Billions will be lost, millions will be left without the communication tools they had, but they will step out of the market rather than keep supplying the Home Office with information. And just to give you an idea of how deep this goes, because I can't go into all the info now, there was too much, but just to give you one little small snippet. So the idea about banning VPNs and everything else, they know they're not going to be able to ban VPNs, right? They know it would be a monetary and technical nightmare. They couldn't ban the Pirate Bay and it would work the same way. Here's what they are planning to do instead, and they are already in the process of doing it, and they're having legal battles and standoffs with companies as we speak. The 10% I told you they were charging X, that's any company that doesn't comply. Any company that doesn't comply. So what they're going to do, and what they are trying to do, is make it so that when you buy a new phone, regardless of who makes it, if it's bought in the UK or if it's a UK phone, regardless of what restrictions you put on it, remember it's got a UK phone number, UK IME number, that phone will have the ability to refuse certain updates from the main company that you normally get them from, because the UK government will have stuff on the phone, on your phone. So when you try and encrypt a message and send it out for, say, WhatsApp, that won't happen. What happens is, before the message gets encrypted, the UK government will actually see the message typed in real time. Your phone will become a snitch. Your AI becomes a snitch. Even your keyboard becomes a digital snitch, because they are building stuff into new phones, or they're trying to make hardware companies put stuff into new phones, which means that even if you had a VPN, even if you had all the technical tools to protect you, they won't protect you, because before you can enter the VPN, before you can enter any encryption tunnels, before you can do anything private, it will have to go through a public interface first. You type it, it goes through a bit of software that leaks it straight to the fucking government, and then you go through an encryption service, protecting you from everybody except the Home Office. They are going to be watching everything you do, and they are letting third parties have access to that information, by the way. And 3 ways of getting onto a website now: passport, picture of your face, or driving license. That's it. Those are credit card. Those are the ways of getting into websites now that you could have got into 3 months ago with no problem. They are using all this data very deliberately. What's scary is that even though the UK only has 3% of the entire world's GDP, that some companies are actually folding to the UK's demands, even though the UK has been flagged by every major industry around the world as being a problematic zone with a semi-tyrannical government. And say semi-tyrannical because Starmer's technically using laws to do what he's doing. That's the only reason they're not calling him a tyrant. What I'm trying to tell you is, many of you have been worried for years, oh, my phone's tracking me. Well, yeah, if you carry it around with you, it does. But in all seriousness, all of the fears you had about your phone before was somewhat verifiable, but somewhat over the top with worrying. That's all going to change. If they get their way, if these companies back down with this year, within the next few months, phones will have specific software on them. Do you remember when they did those 2 tests where they sent everybody a signal through their phone? Well, we don't know why they did that. It's so that they can not only send, but they can also prevent signals being sent out by Samsung. Samsung may come out with an update for your phone. They don't like that update, they won't let you have it. If they see an update for a bit of software you got on your phone, maybe YouTube, and they don't like the software, they will disallow that update. They will have full control over what you can and can't put on your phone, what apps you can and can't put on your phone. They will or they will make apps disappear from the Play Store that they don't agree with, even if those apps are used worldwide and very, very popular. Again, WhatsApp will be one of the first things that people. I know some people won't mourn that, but it'll be one of the very first things people will lose, because they are not planning to. I'll give them credit. They're not planning to give the Home Office the data. They're prepared to walk out. Them and another company. Other companies are providing backdoors to us. I'm using a company right now that gives you a backdoor to it, but they're providing backdoors which will only work again if you're not using a phone. If you're using your PC, you're a bit better off. But they're trying to make the ISPs culpable, which is what they tried to do back in the days of the Pirate Bay. Now, the Pirate Bay we stayed having access to, but that's because you had to go through various layers before getting there. If the ISP starts detecting VPNs and doesn't allow it, game over in that respect. If the software is put on your phone to leak that information out first, game over. Your region can't be hidden, your IP can't be hidden, and your activity can't be hidden, not in the way that matters. It can be hidden from other people, but the UK government will know everything that you're doing, absolutely everything. It's an overreach of epic proportions, because it's not just about enforcing their safety bills. Their safety bills, because the rules are malleable, means anything. It means that all of your information, all of it, is surveyable now. I know the strategy, I know Starmer's strategy, I know the rest of the world's attitude, I've got the numbers, I've got the stats. But like I say, I've just spent 4.5 hours pulling the most intense data that I can together. I don't even know if I'm not even going to promise to make a video out of it yet, because there's so much of it. But if I can turn it down to a video that makes sense, there might be a bit of tech in it, but it's not going to be a tech video. This is going to be an actual blueprint to what Starmer has done, is doing, and is planning to do. No bullshit. Numbers and statistics backed up. And for once, we're going to put his fucking model on the table, so we can get rid of this idea of, oh, is he or isn't he a tyrant? You make up your own mind, because I've just told you just a couple of things. Your phone's going to be bugged. It's going to use its processing power, right? So your phones are going to get slower as well, because and the battery's going to go quicker, because they're going to be using some of that processing power to snitch on you to the government. I'm only talking about your phone. I haven't even begun to talk about the rest of the world and what is happening with Starmer and the war, AI, the economy, everything. We're about to hit a recession if things keep going. The AI market is about to have an implosion. All of this is coming. It's very unlikely that most of the things that I'll mention in that video, if I manage to do it, will not happen. Some of these things are already fixed in stone. So I will explain this all to you, but I want to put a serious warning out to you now. We need help from countries around the world. The only thing that at the moment that's saving us is the companies that are telling our government to F themselves. And the companies that are blocked are putting big rants up about why they're blocked, pissing off British users, letting them know. And they're banking on the idea that we will do something about it and that we'll push back. Everybody's banking on the pushback. So companies like Samsung and that are sitting on the fence, all of them need to be pushed into siding with the other companies that are already fighting our government. There's legal battles silently going on in the background between Apple and our government. It's all going on in the background. But the more companies that say F you is exactly what Starmer's scared of. He's banking on, by this 10% tariff, he's banking on everybody agreeing to work with him. If all the companies got together, if 80% of the companies got together, if 50% of the companies got together and said, no, we're not doing it your way, Starmer, there would be no massive international outcry. What there would be is Starmer shitting himself, because he would know that his gamble, his bluff, has been called, and then he would have to decide what to do with that. He'd have to go woke and broke, or he'd have to back down. These companies have more power, as we already know, than they like to admit to, but in this case, they don't actually realise their own power. If Samsung and everybody else just said no, Starmer would have to back down. But make no mistake, when I talked about the Iron Curtain and everything else, I was talking about the way I see things. Now I've got actual data to back all this up. We're in a terrible, terrible place. It's more than just free speech. We're losing free everything. We're losing free everything. Like I say, even the phone you buy is going to be altered. The console, the television that you buy, everything is now going to be altered for this country. Have you ever heard anything like it for a Western country? We are now the black sheep of all Western countries. Canada can't hold a candle to us anymore. The woke parts of Australia can't hold a candle to us anymore. We're now the world leaders of wank and woke. And if you're not afraid of that, you're a braver person than I am. Because I've seen the full scope of the map now. And that's only for 2026. It's awful. It's awful. They're going for full control, and they're using children as the excuse. They're not going to be able to ban VPNs ever. But what they are going to do is try and stop children using them. How many children do you know who use VPNs? I'll tell you, 0. It's all bullshit. But it's bullshit that's going to be used to demoralize you, divide you even more, and destroy you. And the only way is to not buy into the bullshit. Like I say, if I can put the data together, I'll try and make a contiguous video that gives you these data points, but it's going to go off in different directions at times. But you need to know the map that's there, because the map that's there is highly dangerous, highly damaging, and you need to know about it, because you're all in terrible danger. Terrible, terrible danger. Worse kind of oppression than you realise that you thought it was bad. It's worse. Whatever we thought was bad, it's worse. Like I say, receipts coming, yeah? Receipts coming. I won't make a statement like this and not back it up. Receipts on the way. I'll catch you soon. I'm Tom Fury. This is Zero News. Calling it a day for now.